This is BBC Two. Now, North News with Mike Neville.
Good afternoon. 5 people were injured when a lorry tanker exploded and caught fire in Sunderland following a collision with a van. At the height of the blaze, 7 fire crews, as well as police and ambulances, were at the scene in Newcastle Road, north of the city centre. This report from Telly Baker.
Within seconds of the crash, much of the area around it was ablaze. Over 30 vehicles were on fire. The tanker, carrying 30,000 gallons of petrol, had burst into flames as it collided with a transit van. 5 people were injured. But police said it could have been much worse. What they called a river of fire ran along the road, igniting petrol tanks in parked cars. Wind kept the inferno from nearby houses.
A van had come out from across the road, and the tanker must have braked or jackknifed. And I just seen him going on his side, and I grabbed my wife and we climbed over the back door fence because we knew what was going to happen when one of them got on the side.
Fortunately, the fuel spread down the street where the cars were parked. If the fuel had gone the other way, the fuel would have gone into the houses and ignited all the houses round about. So it could have been potentially a far more serious incident.
The area around the explosion was evacuated as a full-scale disaster plan was put in place. Fire crews were still clearing up the devastation several hours after the crash occurred.
Albert Dryden, the County Durham man sentenced to life for the murder of a council official, has been given leave to appeal against his conviction. Dryden was found guilty of shooting Derwentside's Chief Planning Officer, Harry Collinson, as a bulldozer moved in to demolish his home, which had been built without planning permission. North Yorkshire County Council has launched a bid for millions of pounds of European money to help revitalise the local economy. The council has examined the problems facing the North York Moors and Yorkshire Dales and found the county is over-dependent on agriculture and that farmers earn an average of less than £100 a week. British Nuclear Fuels, which operates the Sellafield reprocessing plant in Cumbria, has announced an increase in profits. The government-owned company made £161 million. That's up £5 million on the previous year. BNFL says there's been a 50% increase in business with foreign countries. Cricket and rain has washed out the match between Yorkshire and Lancashire at Old Trafford. There's been no play since lunch in the first day of Durham's county championship game against Hampshire at Darlington. At lunch, Hampshire were 87 for 4. And that's the news for now. We'll be back with Look North on BBC One at 6:30. Good afternoon.